Welcome back, Tug Addicts. I've been a little rusty this evening. Just got back from eating. We went to a place here in Savannah. If any of y'all watch this from Savannah, called Super Tasties. Great sushi, great sushi. Believe me, you'll go home with a takeout. And the sake's not bad either. A few comments I want to go over first. Joe Urbanky, I hope I pronounced that right, Joe, says, "Hi, Captain. Glad to have you back on YouTube. I learned to clean fish by watching your videos years ago. I fish South Texas, catching mostly redfish, speckled trout, and flounder. Before watching your videos, I butchered my fish rather than cleaning them. All right. I have to say I now do a pretty good job due to you and your videos. I appreciate that, Joe. I also bought a Dexter knife for cleaning them. I'm glad you went to my website and checked that out, buddy. I was almost out. We were down to 2 or 3 knives, and finally I ordered knives on the 4th of the month. Finally got them in yesterday. We have about 200, 300 in stock right now, so we're good to go for a while. So I won't run out. I was kind of getting nervous. Because when I get my orders in, I like to ship them same day if possible. Let's see. My buddies watched me clean my fish with the Dexter knife, and I had pointed them to your videos, and several have now bought the knives you use. I appreciate that. It says, I just want to say thank you for all your instructional videos. They are great. Best regards, Joe. Next comment again is Ben Barry. Says, does the snaps work better than tying a loop knot with all artificial lures? And which snaps do you use, with barrel swivels or without? I don't use any swivels at all. Ben, when I'm pitching my artificials, I use more artificials in Florida than I do here, but during the wintertime, I do pitch 90% plastics. I don't know why. Something about the loop knot I'm not really crazy over. I like that direct tie. I don't know. Maybe it's psychological. I think there's a play in there when I'm playing a fish. I like to play the fish. I don't like to hold down, crank it down, and give it. I like to enjoy the tug, like I say. I like to feel that tail wiggling. So I tie 99% of my lures directly to the eyelet. Sometimes on my rubber baits, I even bury it in there a little bit, where it's just basically the line going into the head of the bait and in the bait. That way, if I do get grass on it like I do down on the coast, it kind of slides over the bait a little easier. I don't know what it is, but they won't bite it when it's on there. Y'all heard me say that before. Ben, again, I talked about the it says, talk about the license plate. Says, yes, the plates have Sportsman's Paradise on them. I have a set of them. I have a set when I was there. Let's see if I did not mention it. That is my home, New Orleans, West Bank. I tell you, I really enjoy New Orleans. I have a lot of fun there and got a lot of good friends there. I don't think I've met anybody there that I hadn't liked. And like I said before, the old people, I don't know whether you want to call them coon asses or what, but they either like you or they don't. And so far, I've had some friends I've met on fishing trips, hunting trips. I go to bed at night with my cheekbones laughing from all the jokes I hear from Boudreaux and Thibodeau. I'm going to have to put out a shout out one time to Doc and show you a video of this gentleman who was a dentist, retired, and teaches now in Louisiana. I don't know if he still teaches, but he was shooting a slingshot with just a rock off the ground with some kids in Nicaragua. I'm going to have to play that for y'all one time. You'll get a really big kick out of it. Love the guy, and he had a lot of good jokes. Put me to bed every night with my cheekbones hurting. Bob Geis, I hope I pronounced it right, Geis, said, tried to watch this live, didn't work. I'm not really know which one you were talking about. If you can, get back to me and we'll go over everything. And then I had another question on there about the knives that we're using to clean the sheep's head. And you can find those on our website, cleanyourcatch.com, or you can type in tugaddict.com, and it'll bring you to our website as well. The few little things I want to go over tonight, and I'm kind of going over these things now because it's this time of year, it's dark outside, it's cold. It's not really set up for us to set up a camera and do a whole lot of cleaning and things out in better light and on the dock. So as soon as it starts to get a little better here in a couple of months here in Savannah, we're going to do a lot more outside shooting and more fish cleaning videos for y'all as well. We're trying to go over to my nephew's place in Bluffton and film a few, which I have a half a dozen in the can, which we hope to get out here before long. A couple of things I want to show you here. Number one is this little apparatus right here. I buy these at Walmart. They unscrew, and you can put your odds and ends for your tackle box, pull out what you need. And I keep my snaps and my swivels, and when I use them, and little rattles and all my little lead weights for my DOAs. One thing I want to go over here, and if any of you guys know where I can find these, let me know. These are the little orange rattles, and there's only one bead in there, and that one bead, and then I have these other ones that I could probably use. They have two beads in them, and they're the clear plastic ones. And excuse me, these are the clear ones, but they're glass, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have a problem with them breaking. And I only have 3 more of these little orange plastic ones that I showed y'all that we put on this bait here with the eyes, and it rattles. And I'd like to get some more of them. So if anybody out there knows where I can purchase any of these, the plastic ones with the one little lead bit rattle in there, please let me know where I can get some of those, because I sure would like to purchase some more and rig up some more of my plastic baits with that eye and see how they work this year down in Florida. Let's see. The next thing I want to go over is making a hook like on a jig head weedless. Now here's one that I showed you the other night, and you see this little piece of wire here? That's my weedless one. Now you can buy the weedless jig heads where it comes off of here and goes up to there. But I prefer this style of hook and lead better. And what you do to make this little, see if you can see that. I don't know if I can, let's see, do it like this maybe. I don't know how that'll show up. If you can see that little piece of wire, what I have done here is, this is a 105-pound test right here. And I didn't have any when I went to get this wire. I would probably want something a little bit thinner, but this worked well enough for what I'm doing. What I do is I cut about 2 3/4 inches of it. Then I bend it in half, and I'll show you how I go through it. I hate to come onto these videos with a bunch of music for 20 minutes that you got to turn the volume down and go through a whole lot of steps. But I bend it in half, and then I bend it about 3/16 of an inch on a 90. And when I do that, it'll come out like this. And that little 90-degree bend will hook up under the hook. So what you do, you stick it in, say if it's a DOA, you stick it in front of the eyes like that. Then you just bend it down, go back under the hook, and you got a weedless DOA. I did it on that one. And this is what it's, this is one without it. This is one with it. And that really makes a difference without catching the grass and all that here with the DOA. And then, as you know, if you don't know, these DOAs have the little lead bottom in it to give it a little weight if you need it in a little more depth. You can also insert the little rattles that you can put up in there as well. Or you could even squirt a little bit of Procure in there as well, or come up under the legs with it. I like that feature. Now, there's some guys out there that show you when a fish sees a shrimp and the shrimp's trying to get away, they don't see this end of it. They see the head, and shrimp swimming backwards away from the bait. So for those of you who really think it makes a difference, I don't know if it does or not, you want to rig it where you're swimming the bait away from the predator, like you see there. Take it, cut the tail off, put your hook in like that, reverse it, and you can still make it weedless in that direction as well. And then when you throw this without the tail, it goes out like a bullet. It does a really good job. So that's that's a proven little method that did to work those DOAs. And I'm gonna try to see if I can find the thinner wire and see if it makes a difference. But right now, that heavier wire doesn't bounce off as easy. And what I do is I just make up a half a dozen of them, and I can put them in these little plastic tubes or a little plastic bag in my tackle box, and I'm good to go. Let's see what else we got here tonight. Oh gosh, this is something. I got this GoPro camera. I went to read the directions. Look at that print. It's so fine. I don't know if you can even see it on there. It's the light may mess it up here in the office, but it's 3 pages. There's the whole book, 3 pages only in English. And the print is so small, and I've had LASIK surgery, and I still have to put on glasses to read this thing. I don't know what it is with these companies. I wish they had it where you could go into the GoPro and actually read their directions with a barcode or something, or an app. If anybody knows that's available, let me know. Another peeve I have is the older we get, the more they have these light gray or light white print on things you need to read with a light background. How it's supposed to pop off of there, I don't know. But I guess they don't want you to read all the fine print. Let's see. To wind this up tonight, we have our little nostalgia things we go over. Let's see if there's any other things on here before we go into that. Plates and snaps. I think that's about it on the other questions we had. And now I want to go over the one here I got. This is GS. Saw your Delacroix video. Did you know that in Bob Dylan, I guess it is, print real small on my phone, song Tangled Up in Blue.
Bob Dylan.
Tangled Up in Blue. He mentions working on a fish boat just outside of Delacroix. Nice song. Well, I'm gonna have to look that up. My wife just showed me that. We got another song that Captain Norm sent me from Delacroix. A guy sings about fishing in Delacroix, Louisiana. I think I may have told you all that the other night. Okay, the nostalgia thing tonight is as well as summers filled with bike rides, hula hoops, and visits to the pool, and eating Kool-Aid powder with sugar. And has a picture of the hula hoop for those who remember that. And then the caption under it says, "Didn't that feel good? Just to go back and say, yeah, I remember that." Oh, I remember my trips to the pool, which was near a pond here for yours and people in Savannah, Georgia. It was called Daffin Park. It was actually a dirt dugout, and it was shaped like the United States. And they had a big valve they opened up to let the water in it. It was mud. And then as I was a kid, they built a cement wall around a little bulkhead. And I was telling the kids the other night, my mother would send me to the pool during summertime, and she'd give me $0.25. And it cost me 10 cents to get in the pool all day long. Took swimming lessons, life-saving lessons. I even got up to where I couldn't take senior life-saving because I was too young. And the Red Cross used to teach boat safety. They had little dinghies out there with little 2-horse motors on it. And they even had sailboats and one thing and another. And it was, after we finished our swimming classes, we'd go do the boating classes and head back home. And with the remaining 15 cents, they would buy me a Coca-Cola and a Zero bar. And that's what we'd use to walk back home with, to seems like make the walk wouldn't be quite as long as we was eating our Zero bar and Coca-Cola. And it says to, let's see. And it says here, yeah, don't that just feel good? Just going back and saying, I remember that. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off now. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to go to our website and see all our knives and tools of the trade. If you have any questions about anything on our website, the phone numbers and all are there. If I don't answer the phone, it's because I don't have it near me. You won't get a recording saying hit button 1, 2, 3, and 4 to get to wherever you want to get. It's so funny when I have people call me and they're so surprised that they actually get me. Let's see what else. Don't forget the website and the influencer page, and leave your comments and your questions so we can keep this going and try to help out the ones that want to learn and pick up a new tip. And hopefully you guys will tell me a few tips and all, because I don't think I'm old enough not to quit learning. Appreciate it again. Tight lines to you. And don't forget, take a kid fishing and you can't catch them from the couch.